Good morning, guys. So it's Monday, new week starting, and my plan is to do a little bit of live drawing every day this week. So you're very welcome to join in. So it will be around this time and in the morning. Well, we'll be doing it. I managed to do it every day last week, which felt really good. I did have some problem Friday where my stream didn't really seem to work. I don't know why exactly. So you have to bear with me a little bit. I'm just kind of checking if my stuff is actually coming out there, or if I'm just sitting all by my lonely. But it actually looks like it's working, so it's fine. Yeah, alright, but I'm just gonna get started then. So I use Cookies Cafe for reference, and I'll leave a link in the description, so please check them out and support them. It's a really great site for just getting reference and getting better at drawing. So and this session will be number 236. So you can go into their website and find that session and draw along if you feel like it. So, but with that said, I'm just gonna jump into it. Yeah, I'm just gonna set up my brushes here. I'm probably just gonna use a brush pen. Here I'm using Procreate on my iPad. And this session I think we'll start with 1 minute, and then a few 2 minutes, and then 5 minutes. And maybe if I feel like, I might do a little bit longer drawing in the end. But we'll see. And so I'm just gonna start by writing 1 minute up here. And new layer. Yeah, and then I will just get started. Yeah, I think I said that before. Okay, here we go. So I was thinking, at the moment I'm only doing like live drawing and doing like quick drawing. It could be nice maybe doing some more like streaming some portrait drawing or some more illustrative stuff. I don't know, it's just kind of ideas I'm having. I think quick drawing is, of course, it's really fun. I'm really enjoying it, but sometimes, you know, it is just practice. It never really, like, yeah, I don't know. It's not very often that you make any portfolio material, like really good live drawing that really. Unlike if you spend a little bit more time doing some shading work, and I kind of miss that a little bit. So not my strongest side, I think. Oh, sorry, I'm double playing music here. That's the worst. But yeah, I think maybe I will try and do that a bit more in the future, doing like more portraits and maybe focus more on shading and color rather than than just quick live drawing. I would probably still do live drawing. Maybe I warm up with some live drawing and then do a portrait or something like that. I haven't really planned it out. It's just all these ideas. Oh, maybe I can do a little bit of shading. Alright, next one. Yeah, it's also, I think live drawing is just such a good way of just doing a lot of lines and doing a lot of like just getting stuff through the eyes and out through the hand really quickly. And it's yeah, it's super healthy to become a better artist. But with that said, it's not very often that I manage to kind of get in deeper into anatomy and shading, just because I'm drawing so fast. So it's like it both got good things and bad things. I think this one didn't really turn out so well, but it's just how it is sometimes. Nobody wins them all. So it's really hard talking while you are drawing. I find, like, concentrating on focusing on the drawing while you say something meaningful. It's just super challenging. And I think maybe that's also one of the other things with live drawing. You have to draw so fast that it's kind of hard to focus on anything else and just the drawing. I think maybe also that's just a little bit of practice, and then I might get better at it. But I think with a little bit longer drawings, I might be able to have a bit more meaningful conversation. This is actually really nice pose. Man, it's a difficult one. It's super dynamic. I might have overdone it a little bit, but it's alright. I think if you have to, then rather overdo it than underdo it. Alright, that went pretty well. With that said, I also think that you need to kind of make sure that you don't overdo it every time. If you just, you might get more dynamic drawings, but you don't really look at the model as much. Alright, next one. But that might also be a thing that you want, just to kind of learn how to draw the human body, so you don't need to look at the model. Oh, this is 2 minutes. I forgot to change the number in the corner. Gonna do that a little bit. I'm also thinking about maybe doing another kind of videos where I'm more like talking over my drawing, so I won't be drawing and talking at the same time. Rather just after I did the drawing, just kind of talk over it about a subject that I might care about. It could be all kind of stuff, but especially something that kind of annoys me and I feel like I got a lot of things to say about is like art and nudity, for instance. If you noticed on my stream here in the corner, I blurred out the model just to kind of avoid getting into trouble now that I'm streaming all these different places. And I think, I don't know, it almost doesn't make sense to have it when I have to blur it out so much. So I'm thinking about removing it completely, but on the other hand, it's also, yeah, I don't know. It's just things that is kind of going through my head, but I feel like I have a lot of things to say on like why nudity is demonized so much. I don't really think it's fair. I think it's fair that porno is kind of, and violence is also, but like nudity, it's something that we all kind of, I guess we all are nude underneath our clothing, and we don't really look that dangerous, like that different. I don't know what why it's such a taboo. And I guess there's a scale to it as well. Like, you got the Muslim countries where they cover the women up from head to toe, and you can basically not see any of them. And then you have other countries where, like Denmark, I think it's a bit more relaxed when it comes to nudity. Like, girls normally are topless at the beach, and if you go to a swimming hall or something like that, people normally are really relaxed. Is this moving slow? It is normal speed. These 2 minutes feels like really long. It's just me drawing really fast. So yeah, so like I say, I think I got a lot of things to say about that subject, and I feel like doing it while I'm drawing, like now, I don't really give it justice somehow. It's so that might be something I could make a separate video where I actually edit it a little bit together. So it's a little bit more watch friendly. Even though I hope these streams are not too bad. I would also like to maybe do something where I dissect other artists. Dissect, that sounds so wrong, but kind of just look at their style, figure out how they are accomplishing that certain look of their art. I think not kind of stealing from anybody, but I think it's really good to grow as an artist, to just see how other people are doing it, and kind of learn that, and then kind of take what you need once you learned it, and forget the rest, if that makes any kind of sense. I think I don't know, there's so many ways of looking, and it's really good to kind of not just be in your own little world, but also see how other people are kind of working and how they are thinking, and then kind of learn from it, put what you need into your own style, and so it might be another thing where I might take a week and then have one artist where I kind of look at his artwork and try and figure out how he's drawing, how he's thinking about things, how he's doing shading, and how he's drawing the feet and the arms and the limbs, and constructing the drawing, and just so as you can hear, I got a lot of ideas, a lot of plans. I would love to. It's always a problem. So many ideas and dreams and plans, and so little time to do it in. Alright, I think that was it for the 2 minutes. I never managed to change it up here in the corner. Oh, that's terrible. I'll go change it to 5 minutes now. Oh. Change this to play. 5 minutes. Alright, and a little sip of coffee. And here we go. I always find it hard when they got their arms crossed, like in this one. So you got like a square shaped here. If that makes sense. And then you got another squared shape here. It splits up the body, these arms here. You should just draw this as kind of one shape, the whole torso here. But I find myself splitting up stuff more. It's also when you split up shapes like that, all your mistakes kind of become more apparent somehow. Maybe it's also easier to kind of make mistakes. Another thing is also scaling down the drawing. I find that always throws me off. I have to be really careful after I scale down a drawing that I also kind of scale down the way that I'm drawing inside my head somehow, if that makes any sense. I think I made her hips a little too small, and I feel like maybe I'm just gonna put this on another layer, a new layer here, and then just take the opacity down and make the brush size a little smaller and go over it again. That's the amazing thing about working on an iPad. You got these options where you can do stuff like this. You can also do it a little bit on paper. I used to draw with like a brush pen that was a little bit transparent, and then kind of just jot down the shape of the model, and then afterwards go in with a ball pen or something, be a little bit more precise getting the outline. And alright, oh, we are running out of time now. I'm just gonna pause that and then just finish this drawing. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm only gonna do the top bit here. Or now I've been talking so much about doing portraits. Oh, let me wait with that. So maybe that's what I'm gonna do instead. So if I just focus on this bit here, second. If I do something like this. Just hide this layer, maybe a little smaller. Alright. So I find, of course, portraits can always be a little bit tricky. There's so many different ways of doing it. I do find myself making like a ball shape here that I then put my my jaw shape on, chin bones, and then I find I kind of draw in the eye sockets of the skeleton where I think they are, more or less, and that kind of leads me to where the eyebrows are, and then kind of draw in the eyes, the middle here. I know this time it didn't really, it will get there, it just needs a little bit more love, but oh man, I think I didn't really I didn't really pull that off. I think also I'm just working a little bit messy here. So at this moment I don't have any doubt that I will get there. You have to have a little bit of confidence and not get too worried, even though the drawing look repulsive. It will get there. Just kind of trust yourself. So now I'm just kind of cleaning it up a little bit. I think I might have made the torso a little bit big compared to the head. So there's a slight tilt of the head, which I don't think I managed to really get in there, but I can still fix that. It's also, sometimes you have to go in and fix these things, and other times you just need to leave them. It's always like one of these judgment calls that you need to make. I think I put the eye here a little too small. I think the head is still a little bit small compared to the body. Maybe it's just the line work. The good thing is I can just select it and make it bigger. I'm just gonna draw in like this part here. And then, yeah, let me make the head a little bit bigger. Okay. Then I think the eye line, I need to rotate it a bit. Yeah, just completely get rid of most of the stuff here and do it again. So sometimes you just get it straight away and it's just there, and other times you really have to fight for it and kind of, yeah, like portraits are generally some of the most complicated things. It's also, it's like it's the smallest millimeter. If you make the eye just a tiny bit too big, or like you put the eyelid a little bit too low, she looks super tired, and if you put it a little bit too high, she looks super worried. Now she does have almost closed eyes. Maybe we don't. I don't really feel I need to capture the likeness perfectly on this model. I am gonna give myself kind of artistic freedom to make it as I feel. If that sounds a bit weird. So I'm putting in a little bit of shading just to kind of understand the shape a little bit better. Sometimes that can really help you just to kind of see where you are going wrong. Alright, I think I also need to work a little bit more on the body. Yeah, also just put in a bit of shading here. Right. And yeah, I don't know. Think maybe, yeah. So just tried to find a frame. I've paused the video here, so but I paused it at a point where she had her eyes closed. That's of course fine, but it's doesn't make for a very good drawing. I mean, in general, I could probably also find a better reference if I am like just something with a little bit better light on it. I might do that in the future. This is just kind of for fun practice. But in general, if you are drawing from whatever pictures or from life, you kind of, especially portraits or something a little bit more delicate. I think with live drawing it's fine. You don't really need amazing light. It can help you. It can be nice to have that, but a lot of times it's more about getting the gesture and the anatomy rather than actually using light to capture the shape. Where portraiture and I guess except if you are doing like caricatures where the light is not that important, but yeah, in this case it could be nice to have a reference with a little bit better light. It's already kind of starting to come along. I might put a little bit of background color on it. I might do a blue. Yeah, maybe I could also get rid of the 5 minutes. That doesn't really hold up anymore. And see, actually this should almost be white I'm drawing with here. I also don't know if I should put color on it. It might be really nice. I mean, in the reference here, it's not the most interesting in terms of color and lighting. I mean, in the future, I think I might scout out a little bit better reference if I'm doing like it's kind of portraiture. Another thing is also, I think I'm still gonna keep this kind of loose. I'm not gonna over do this drawing. I think it's always with drawings like this you can spend days on them, just kind of get the work with the shading and get everything kind of nice and right. I feel like for this one it's still just a quick practice. I don't wanna jump too far into the rabbit hole on this one. So, but I think maybe I'm gonna put a little bit more color into it. So maybe I do another layer underneath here, and I'd find something a little bit pinkish for her skin, a little bit saturated, maybe something like this. Yeah, make that a little bit more yellow. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of roughly outline her. Then drag it in. And that could be... I think that's a little bit better. And then I'm just gonna go back to the top layer here and continue on that. I might draw in some red. And just gonna draw in, like, make the nose a little bit red here. The ears. Maybe just in general make the shadow here a little bit reddish. The hands and the breasts here. Shoulders. Also a bit more on the eyes here. Mouth. Yeah. Maybe I'm just kind of fooling around a little bit now, drawing in a little bit more orange here. I don't know. I think at this point I just kind of play around with different stuff and try to exaggerate some small bits. Maybe also get rid of some of the... I still got some sketchy lines in here, which I might also try with some blue. Just a little bit for the hair here. Maybe also a little bit in the shadow. Maybe that was a bad idea. Gonna go back on that one. Yeah, I think maybe I just keep it red and black and a little bit of yellow. just try to make the background a little bit more interesting here. And I'm gonna go in and draw a little bit line work. I think it got a little bit loose some places. Especially the hands. I never really bothered so much drawing in the hands. Alright. So I don't know how much longer I should continue on this. There's still quite a lot more I could do, but I also feel like, yeah, this is just meant to be a quick practice. I don't wanna invest too much energy in it. I think it's not terrible how it came out here. Yeah, I think it's alright. I mean, could always be a little bit better, but yeah, it's not not atrocious. Yeah, so I will wrap this up. So I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and and you are very welcome to stop by again tomorrow, where I will be doing a bit more drawing practicing. And also please feel free to like my video and subscribe. I'm also I'm on YouTube and Facebook, so please feel free to find me and yeah, let me know what you think. Yeah. Alright, but thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you another time. Okay, bye.